I'm truly humbled by this set of people on the total because I know they were busy. I know that they canceled big events to be held, big state assignments. I thank all of you for making our time.
And finally, the book is launched to the world, with each declaring contributions in support. So, the name Funke Egbemode is one that rings bells in a new circle, with a much louder tone added.
Welcome back. Foremost writer Sefi Attah over the weekend presented a staged reading of Bigger and Better, a new play directed by Ifeoma Fafunwa. Originally written for radio, Bigger and Better is a commentary on materialism in Lagos society that follows a rivalry between two friends over their 50th birthday party plans. The event is to earn money for charities through the support of volunteer readers.
But I've seen her develop as an advocate.
Sefi Attah is bigger and better. Her latest effort is one that touches on the subject of materialism, as it focuses on a rivalry between two friends over their 50th birthday party plans.
And she's having it at her house. That place is far. It's right next to you or Lekki. It's not Lekki. It's past Attah, way. And the roads are terrible. Whenever I go, I have to go in Demola Jeep. And even the driver complains about no street lights, armed robbers, this, that. His Demola's driver is not mine. I don't have a driver right now. I need someone that has sense. This one, he's taking our voice quarters and he's so lazy. You won't believe it. He won't even go over the bridge. Is that why you refuse to come and see us in the Kenya? He's the Demola's driver. So if you want to visit your mother, he will refuse. He will go, but reluctantly. Even if Lekki has gone to his head. Please, when is Coco back from me? End of the month. I wish I could do that. Just take off on my own. I used to do that. I worked all over you. Shopping, small, mostly looking at buildings. Hey, forget about that job. What do you want to be looking at the buildings for? You're married. Anyway, Coco wouldn't even mind being in your shoes. I wouldn't mind being in hers.
Although the staged event is intended for radio, there's still the encouragement of practicing the act of reading.
Big man.
Isn't he? Someone who's flying around the world like that?
He better be careful flying around Nigeria.
I beg, I hope nothing happens to him.
At least he's down to earth. It's Lola that gets to live. Whatever you do, whatever you have, ours has to be bigger and better. My party will be huge. Who asked her? I know she's planning to outdo you one day and everyone else.
That's her own wahala.
It's mine as well. Why? My birthday is after hers. I'm thinking of having something, maybe in the summer.
Since when?
I changed my mind.
No one is around in the summer now. Everyone travels.
Everyone.
You think you're clever?
It's true, Sha. It's just as well. I really don't want to entertain anyone on my birthday. We'll go on a cruise instead. Come on to the Caribbean.
Caribbean? With all the bills and school fees we have to pay, we'll go out and have dinner with the kids.
You are too miserly, Aki. You take all the joy out of life.
That's good. It's good now. At least we have something in the back.
Titled Bigger and Better, the reading exposes issues that more often than not affects the family.
Or does my wife think she's better than me?
My wife thinks she's better than everybody.
Yes, so I'm the best thing that woman thinks she's better than her husband. And any man who thinks he's better than his wife is behaving like a woman.
You see why some men beat their wives?
Please, why are people wearing ball gowns at a cocktail party? All trash. What do you expect? Already, you see her Jesus diamonds?
She is blinking.
Hey, she almost blinded me. She has the earrings, the necklace, the bracelet, the bangle, and the ring. Demola, you are better perform on my birthday.
What do you mean?
You have to perform. That's what I'm saying, no.
The jewelry you have isn't enough.
I'm not asking you to go overboard. But what next you are in New York, carry yourself to Tiffany's and get me some jewelry. And while you are at it, get me some Brazilian hair. You can't afford to look bad for that birthday.
For most of the readers for whom the experience is a first, the charitable cause behind it is enough reason to support Sefi.
I happen to know Sefi personally, and I've seen her immersed in her work. And even though she lives in America, everything she writes about is about Nigeria and her experience when she was young. She's left this country many years ago. I think it has a lot of depth, and that's why I really wanted to do it. Plus, it's for charity, which really makes a lot of sense.
All this nonsense going on in Nigeria about materialism and everyone, it's all about designer, this and that. It shouldn't be the designers that would determine the person, and that's what Moni's character was about. I'm not worried about the couples because they're adults. I'm worried about the children who are picking up on the wrong values. You know, it's the children. We don't want them growing up thinking life is defined by a Chanel bag. You know, that for me is the thing. The couples are adults. They're made, you know, for good or for bad.
And this member of the audience looks beyond the fun to the real issues.
It was a very interesting play, and then it had a lot of humor, and it shows is it the Keeping Up with the Joneses life that a lot of Lagosians do, you know, trying to act like they're up there, like better than everybody, and then there are some people who try to just maintain a balance and keep their head from getting too big and just trying to be happy with the position where they are.
Sefi Attah is bigger and better, and for a good reason too.
Before we end today's episode, let's show you a brief chat we had with Coco Kalango, the incredible woman behind the winning of the 2014 UNESCO World Book Capital City bid for Port Harcourt, Rivers State Capital. She gave up some updates on events to expect as Nigeria becomes the world's focus as far as celebrating literature is concerned.
Excited, challenged, looking forward to it because Port Harcourt being World Book Capital is an honor, not just to the city or to the country, but actually to the continent, because in the 14 years of the World Book Capital program, this is the second time the nomination is coming to Africa, and Port Harcourt is actually the first UNESCO World Book Capital in Sub-Sahara Africa. Before Port Harcourt was Egypt, and what makes Port Harcourt so unique is the fact that when Egypt was nominated, within the first 3 years of the initiation of this program, the judges simply sat down and decided which city of the world would be World Book Capital. But after the first 3 years, they now opened it to a competitive bid. So Port Harcourt is actually the first World Book Capital city to emerge from a competitive bid. I think this is no mean feat, and I'm just excited. Well, what I can tell you is that in 2014, all roads lead to Port Harcourt from April 23rd, which is UNESCO World Book and Copyright Day. So we'll kick off with a week packed with exciting programs. We'd be expecting dignitaries from within Nigeria, within Africa, and from other parts of the world. So in that first week, we'd be expecting role models, celebrities from different spheres of life to be there. They'll be reading to children in different venues. There'll be an international literature conference called It's a Small World After All, where the embassies in Nigeria and the foreign nations have been invited to come and take part in an exhibition of their literature. And of course, embedded in that literature will be culture, etc. So it's a new stream for international relations. We'd be expecting the opening of model libraries around Port Harcourt. We'll treat you to the warm Port Harcourt hospitality and so much more. And as I said, that kicks off a whole year of various events and programs to promote books and reading. Now we have programs for primary school children. We'll be having book clubs in primary schools around Port Harcourt, 50 schools. We'll be having something called a reading tree, which is a graded reading for primary school children where they read a book a week. And that's the target for the entire year. And there are different exciting ways to monitor that and to reward the children. We would be having drama performances every month. Every month we would focus on a book of the month. There'd be discussions. We call it Books in the Air. So like Channel's Bookclub and others would be airing a book of the month. There's just so much, Kunle. I'd really like people to visit our website to see what, all that we have to offer.
Okay. What's the website? It seems like 2014 is promising to be a historic year for Nigeria, isn't it? Well, my name is Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.